What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I really think you're gonna appreciate this video. I got some great interaction with the homeowner, and she's literally wiping the floors with me over the phone. I kept my cool and got the job done. Check this out. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's Thursday, February 6th, 2025, a little after 8 o'clock here in the morning in the great state of New York. Heading on my next service call, we have a new residential client. It's got no heat out of their gas heating system. They're in North Woodmere, Valley Stream, so not too far from our centrally located office in Woodmere on Long Island. Let's go see if we can take care of them and get them up and running. Give them some heat on this nice wintry day. We got some sleet. We have some slow. We have some snow. And we have people driving because of black ice. Look at this guy. Like, what is wrong with you? Are you seeing it on his phone too, no less? Damn! People are retarded. If any of you recognized that incompetent driver, let's see if we can find him and give him a special thank you from Mikey Pipes. I've been here before, haven't I?
You should, yeah. I think everything good.
Yeah, not too bad. So much for this winter storm they told us about. But
No.
not too bad. These idiots don't know how to drive.
I know.
People don't know how to drive. You know what I'm talking about? I literally was right down the block. You know, there's a synagogue down the block.
I know they're everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Especially next door. That's right.
And I'm literally I'm like 10 feet away. What else we got here? Standby. Oh, that thing's toast. When did the heat go out?
Yesterday.
We haven't been here in a while, have we?
Last year, I think, but that was,
Yeah.
We actually got this right there.
The relief valve?
Yeah.
Okay. So both thermostats are on? Or just one is on?
Well, I probably one.
Okay. Because what I just did, I just bypassed one of the zone valves
Yeah.
that was actively on. You know, the thermostat's telling it to turn on. I bypassed it,
Okay.
and the boiler's running.
Okay.
Now, regards to that's something totally different. The hot water. You have no hot water too, or
Yeah, hot water.
you have hot water?
Yeah.
You hear that noise it's making?
Yeah.
That's not normal. How long has it been doing that for?
Yesterday.
Since yesterday?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yesterday. Well, first, when it was like very, very, very cold,
Yeah.
you know, it was draining, like, you know, it was like, it was like working hard, like the engine when you're driving.
Uh-huh.
When it's cold, yeah, when it's very cold, like when you start the car, you do
I hear it ticking inside here too. All right, so for starters, we got a bad end switch on this zone valve. That's ticking, and then this is also ticking. Now, if that's related to that, I don't know, but right now it's pre-ignition test. Let's see what happens. Pre-ignition. I hear it ticking. Ignition. Direct ignition. Come on, stay running. There you go, running. We are running. And climbing in temperature. Yeah. You got two bad zone valves. ice cold. We got a lot going on here. So you have two bad zone valves. This end switch is no good, and this one is just acting like it needs to be retired already. But we are running. Are we circulating water? Probably, because well, look at our set point. Jumping back and forth because this is toast. Let's get a little creative here. Let's remove TT. And that's going to stay in central heat because I just removed the TT connection from this Aquastat relay, which is trying to fire up the boiler, and it's going to take demand, it'll take priority. So if I remove power, all right, let's remove common carefully. Without zapping this thing. Okay. So there's our 24 volts removed from our Aquastat for the indirect. So now we got to deal with our two zone valves.
Because I'm not the one who buy it. I don't know if it's not working again. So how long, it's going to last? The valve. Because sometimes, they come and they put it and it's not working.
Who's they? I don't know who you're referring to about they.
No, you say I got three valves.
You have three separate issues that I see right now, and that's just to get your heat up and running with the zone valves, being replaced. You still need to have maintenance done on this boiler, and we may find other things that are wrong as well. But you have a very expensive and high-end boiler that you can't neglect indefinitely.
I don't neglect it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When was the last time the boiler was taken apart and cleaned, and the person spent an hour and a half to 2 hours here doing that?
But every time I call, it's your company.
Okay, so you haven't called my company in over 2 years. No, ma'am. I know time does fly quickly. Ma'am, we haven't been here in over 2 years. I know that because the system that we use to dispatch, the guys out to people's homes, we implemented 2 years ago, and you're not in that system. So I would have to look into our old system to see how.
He was there, so now I have to keep busy. You see my husband? He was there.
Okay.
Last year.
Okay.
Last year, we went to that place. Because when we were calling, there's nobody who answered the phone. He went to that place next to the nursing home himself.
Okay. And?
Okay?
Yeah, but we don't. He went to the place next to the. Yes.
They don't put it in the computer.
No, ma'am. I'm not here to debate it with you. I'm just letting you know that we haven't been here in over 2 years. Okay, and if you'd like me to look up the last time we were here, I can look it up. But I can tell you this: if we walked in your house, it's in the system. Not that we didn't put it in the computer, but again, I don't want to argue. I'm here to help you. I'm just letting you know that you have a very expensive and dependable and reliable system, but you need to maintain it. That's all I'm trying to say, ma'am. I'm not trying to fight or argue with you. Or I realize, listen, as we get older, time does fly. But I can tell you this: if we were in your home, it's in the system. It doesn't disappear. Okay, that's all. So back to your original question. Everything that we work on is guaranteed for a minimum period of 12 months, parts and labor. So if I put in a new zone valve for you today, and you need 2 of them, and the Aquastat controller, we will guarantee that for 12 months. If we service this boiler, right, every year, we will extend that warranty for 24 months. Okay? But
because Okay.
Okay, but ma'am, also keep in mind that the more time we spend talking, I'm like a doctor. I'm like a lawyer. The more time we spend talking, I have to charge more. I'm not getting done in an hour.
I have to know what's going on, sir. I have to know what's going on, sir.
Yes.
Okay. And then I will appreciate it if you talk to me in a way that that is not like a police. You understand? Because I call for service and then I have to ask what's going on.
Yes.
What I have to to go against. So I was going to ask you how much you service boiler like that every year.
The servicing of this is generally around $575.
Okay, so for your information, sir, you have to talk to people much more nicer.
Ma'am,
Okay, because,
you also have to understand that you're on a phone.
You talk to me like I'm, you're a judge, like the police, like that's not good. Okay. I'm just asking what have to be done in the boiler. Since I'm going to pay for it, I have to know. In case somebody else come, I have to say, this is what I did, this is what they changed. I have to know. So, all right, go ahead. Hello?
Yes, I'm here, ma'am.
Yes. Go ahead. You can service the boiler today.
I can't service the boiler today. I can repair the boiler today. Yes. And just for reference, the last service call that we were here was from water leaking on the boiler. Was in 2023, and it wasn't the boiler that was repaired, it was the water heater. Before that, the last time we were here was in October 20th of 2017.
Listen, you see, I don't want to argue with you because my husband can attest to it because he's the one who was there when the men come last year.
Okay.
So he can attest to it because he's the one, because my cousin was in the nursing home last year. And then that's when we went to see my cousin and he went there to say that we've been telling you guys you never enter. Because the first time there's a guy, the first time, your company.
I think I kept my cool the whole entire time. I think she's wearing the pants of the family. Because it ain't me. Bingo. All right, let's get number 2 mounted. All right, I tried to make this as neat as possible. It's hard putting lipstick on a pig, but both zone valves are in. This one's actively calling. Let's turn the power on. We'll get some zip ties here and button all this up. We gotta get that first floor, second floor thermostat. All right, I got the new Aquastat installed. Honeywell. Yeah, what did you think I was gonna do? Set for 140 degrees. I don't see a thermostatic mixing valve here, so 140 is safe. Got a nice zip tie there. And yeah, we're just going to milk the clock now. Just joking. All right. 2 zone valves are in, labeled, wiring. Lipstick on a pig, as neat as it possibly could be. I noticed some water residue or some kind of oil residue on the floor, but it's not, nothing here is leaking water. What is leaking water is under the hood, and it looks like a condensate trap starting from that. drain on the bottom of the heat exchanger. On this Alpine 150. The high limit sensor that was replaced before. That's evident by the pigtail sensor. Right, unlike this one, that Molex connector is built right on top of it. So that high limit was replaced before, and someone even knew what they were doing because there's a jumper that they used to test it. Everything else looks pretty clean, not a significant amount of rust inside, but that startup is clearly evidence of lack of maintenance. And that's no good. This thing's really gonna need some work, probably a swirl plate. Yeah, you keep neglecting it, it's gonna die. Yeah, look, they cut that away to make up for that. I can't make this stuff up. Yeah, a lot of maintenance is needed here. Well, you can bring a camel to water, but you can't make a drink. All right, I just turned off ground floor thermostat. There is resistance here, so the motor is off. There is no resistance here. Let's turn off second floor and make sure that our call TT opens and it turns off the boiler. Okay, that is now closed or open. The motor's off. Resistance. We're gonna make sure our indirect satisfies and turns off at its set point. Let's lower this temperature. Looks like 110 is the lowest it's gonna go. There you go. Stand by. Okay. Good. I thought I heard something funky going on in there. Post-purge. Okay. Let's turn on second floor. Okay, so there's only one zone calling right now, and she's running. Let's adjust our temperature. Let's make that about let's make that 120 for them. Yeah, let's make that 120. Right there. Indirect is wired, so that's gonna take priority. But we'll still get something going on there, as long as this circ is running. All right, let's review the notes on the invoice. Upon arrival, found aquastat relay on indirect fired water heater rapidly turning on and off. Ground floor zone valve actively calling, but end switch is not triggering boiler activation, and second floor zone valve inoperable. Yeah, that's not normal. Replaced both zone valves and installed mechanical aquastat on indirect water heater, cleaned up wiring for zone valves, and indirect and control wire to indirect water heater. Found the rear jacket of indirect water heater to be split. That's not normal. Also found corrosion on bottom of Burnham Alpine heat exchanger, causing secondary water damage to the bottom of inside boiler. Pictures attached. Advised and reminded homeowner that the system must have annual maintenance performed on an annual basis, or repairs can become quite expensive and intensive. Cycled both zones multiple times independently, confirming preparation. Tested okay. The following needs to be done ASAP. Full maintenance on Burnham Alpine 150, replacement of condensate trap, supply and install condensate neutralizer pump, replace corroded automatic air valve. The following should be addressed. Supply and install 3/4-inch thermostatic mixing valve on Burnham Alliance SL27 and direct fired water heater. All right, cover's back on. I noticed that this piece on the front cover is missing, not there. Everything else is secure. Oh, what a cut-off line voltage. Back of our boiler. Look at that. Let's get a closer look at that. Wow, it doesn't even exist. And that's also leaking. Unbelievable. Okay. Let's document this too. All right. Unbelievable. Look at this. That's what's left of the flue plug and cap. Which is this thing right here.
Okay.
Disintegrated, and it's leaking water and exhaust gases at the back of the boiler.
Okay.
I don't know if I have this, but I know this comes with the sensor, which is also part of this, but you need to do this.
Okay.
Should I see if I have one in the truck? Let's get a little bit on there. Beautiful. Also need a new 3x4. Look at that. Exhaust gases are coming right back into the house. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just finished up the service call. And I gotta tell you, sometimes I even surprise myself. I kept my cool with in my opinion, a hostile customer on the other end of the phone during the beginning of the service call, which was the first 20 minutes that I was there. I could have easily have told them to kick rocks, but instead, as my wife would say, she wiped the floors with me. And I wasn't going to throw away an $1,100 or $1,200+ job because my feelings got a little bruised or got kicked in the ass a little bit. Plus it's Thursday. And you know what? I feel like taking my wife out to dinner next week, and I want to go back to Reserve Cut in Midtown in Manhattan and drop, $600 for dinner for two. I'm going to do that though. But I kept my cool. I personally feel I was fine. All right, what you didn't catch off camera at the end, I'm dealing with the daughter. Beautiful, beautiful woman, by the way. Beautiful. And I'm explaining everything to her, and I'm reading over the invoice, the notes. And I said, my company and the team, we believe in leaving no stone unturned, and we document everything on our invoices. So that way, if a third party who is not a party to the service call will be able to read it and understand what's going on. May not be able to understand the specifics, but at least it'll show that I'm very detail oriented. I dot my I's, I cross my T's, I leave no stone unturned. And I said, and at the end, which is written on the bottom of the invoice, at final inspection, visual inspection and checkout, found the flue temperature, the flue stack sensor cap disintegrated. And then I saw the exhaust kit dripping, and we saw the exhaust gases blowing back into the basement from that wall there. I documented all that, and we shoved some stuff in there to try to block that off. But I was like, listen, you need to replace this flue and a fresh air combustion assembly. Special order. We also got to replace the condensate trap. I showed it to her. The invoice, the pictures are attached to the invoice. Everything is detailed and documented. And that's the way every service call that you guys go on, that's the way it should be. Protect yourself, protect your company, and protect the homeowner, the end user, the client. You'll gain their trust, you'll gain their respect in most cases, and you'll develop and strengthen those relationships, those business relationships with your customers. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It really means the world to me that you guys welcome me into your hand with on your phone or a tablet or a desktop or even your TV on the wall in your home. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. If you would like some stickers like one of these, just email me, mike@mikeypipes.com. Absolutely free of charge. I'll mail them to you anywhere in the world. If I can put it into an envelope, I got an international first class stamp. I'll put it on an envelope. I'll mail to you absolutely free of charge. If you'd like to make a donation to the postage fund, feel free. Details in the description box down below. Thank you guys again. Really appreciate the support. Catch you in the next one. Be well. God bless. Stay safe. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe.